3, 2, 1, action.
Hi. Today I'm gonna show you all the seafood that just the typical Chinese restaurant they have. But I also gonna show you a vegetarian dish. Okay, so this dish is so when I was working, when I was young, I was working at a Chinese restaurant, and then they have a buffet. Okay, and then buffet has a lot of dishes, right? And then they have a dish that's called like a Happy Family. And I remember I used to set up the buffet line, and then I have the sign and say Happy Family. And I was just so curious, like, what the heck is Happy Family? Like what is that? What's Happy Family? And then it turns out to be like a seafood dish. Okay, so back in the day, like now, if you go to a Chinese restaurant, they have like all kinds of seafood. Like it's wonderful. Okay, but back in the day, like you know, they wanna like cut costs and so they don't have a lot of variety of seafood, but they still wanna like offer like seafood dish. You know, like they want the restaurant to be like more complete. So like people that want seafood, they can go to Chinese restaurant also. They have seafood, but their seafood is like it's not like a fancy seafood, but they did the best they can. So Happy Family is like one of those seafood dish. Okay, so basically, Happy Family is just, I don't know why they call it Happy Family. I think, but that dish is basically like a mixture of all the seafood they have at a Chinese restaurant. They just like put it together, make it into a dish. It was like, oh, this is all the seafood you have. It's wonderful. It's called Happy Family. I don't know what the name is like, but it's called Happy Family. So I'm gonna show you how to do that one. Okay, so another thing they use for seafood is you see a lot in Chinese restaurants is shrimp. Okay, so obviously like like if you want to serve fish, of course there's all kinds of fish you can serve, right? The cheap fish like tilapia, you know, and then you know, but it goes catfish, you know, those are like cheaper fish. But you know, you can buy like fancier fish fillet, right? You can buy like sea bass, you can buy like cod. But you can also buy like very nice fish like salmons, right? So like for the restaurant, they want to make a choice like, oh, we want to serve fish, but what kind of fish do we want to serve? Okay, so Chinese people, they use a lot of a sui fillet. That's a type of fish. I don't know the category, but then they use a lot of import fish from like Vietnam and Thailand. They have those fish. Sui fish, they use like a lot of like sole. You know, just like any type of fish fillet, but the point is that fish is not like a main thing back in the day. Okay, because like oh, if you want to serve a fish dish, you can end it up by spending like a lot of money just to buy the fish. Okay, so like if you want to like cut food cost, then you really have to just like make a choice like what kind of fish you want to serve. Okay, so they have fish, but it's like I wouldn't say it's like a very fancy type of fish. It's just like a regular white soft fish. They chop it up into like pieces and then they serve it like that. Okay, so that's one thing about the fish. And then but the shrimp however is like so versatile. So Chinese restaurant normally, like if you want seafood, they just give you like all kinds of shrimp this, shrimp dish this, you know, like they just throw shrimp in some kind of dish and then they just call it like a seafood dish. Okay, so shrimp is obviously like much like cheaper than, you know, fish. So like back in the day, Chinese restaurant, they use a lot of shrimp. Okay, they also use a lot of things. It's called imitation crab meat. I don't think restaurant use this kind of stuff that much anymore. But back in the day, like a lot of moms and pops restaurant, they use like imitation crab meat because obviously like, oh, if you want to use real crab meat, that's like, oh, so expensive, right? They're not gonna like serve that. But the imitation crab meat is kind of like, yeah, it's like it has crab flavor. We just use that for like crab meat. You know, they use it to make it, and it's cheap. It doesn't taste so bad. It's good. So they use it to make a lot of different kinds of dish. Okay, so ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have some seafood here. So this is just like a basic seafood mix I bought. But So you can see like it has imitation crab meat. I have a little bit of like
Point closer.
little bit of squid, and then some mussels here. So this is all like pretty cheap seafood that tastes good. I put scallop, so I bought some scallop to put it here, but normally they wouldn't put scallop. But I just put scallops just to make it taste better. And they also have shrimp here. So basically, for happy family, they just put all the seafood they have in the kitchen. And so typically this is what the kind of stuff they have. Put it together. The scallop I bought just to make it more like taste better. Imitation crab meat. The fish fillet. This one I think is codfish. But it can be any fish, like I just have it, so I just gonna use it for the dish. And they can also put some vegetable just to like fill it up. If you just cook this dish is not gonna be that much, it's gonna be like this much. So they're gonna put some filler. So some robust big vegetable. Napa have some carrots, broccoli, and celery. Oh, it's always good with seafood, okay? And yeah, that's it. Do we have time to make it? Let's make it. Action. Okay, we're ready to cook. So heat up your pot really well. Everything goes here at the same. A little bit of water, not too much, just enough to halfway cover. Alright, so all the flavor of the seafood is gonna be in the sauce, right? So we put some water just to make the sauce. And right now you can season. Basic season salt, mushroom powder. White pepper. It's just for looks. Before black pepper is gonna look like black, right? So you put white pepper so cooking wine. Also white cooking wine. So this dish is like white. And you can see this fish, the whole piece I put inside. When you cook fish, soft white fish, they'll fall apart, become little pieces. So I didn't cut them. So when I let it cook, and by the time we finish cooking, this will all fall apart. So I just didn't. I leave it whole. A little bit of garlic. Just a little bit. Cover and just gonna let it steam. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so ready to boil. It looks like this. So all the seafood is already cooked, so we can eat it already. Okay? And this fish it's cooked too. It's just gonna fall apart. See, it's just gonna fall apart. Just gonna mix it a little bit. It's just gonna fall apart. So seafood has a lot of juice, you know. So make sure you don't put so much water, otherwise it becomes like a soup. So this is good to go already. But to make it more fantastic, we're gonna put some vegetable. Yeah, so this is very well, you can put any kind of vegetable, but broccoli, carrots is the typical one. You can put napa if you want. This is not necessary, guys. I have it, so we don't need it. This one really makes a difference. It has very good flavor. So any seafood or it was called celery. So let it steam, get soft.
Okay. Clap. Alright, go.
Alright guys, so we're at the end. So now look at this. It is great. Look at this. Everything is ready to go. Already steamed, soft. Just gonna put some starch slurry and we'll be done. So you see the fish just falls apart, right?
That's cod?
Yeah, I think so.
Dang, I didn't know you could just boil it. Now I'm just gonna boil it.
Why not? Why can't you just boil the fish?
I always try to like pan fry it, like they do in American places.
Okay, so for
But it always turn hard.
well, it really depends on what kind of fish.
Or if I steam it, it also turns hard.
Yeah, like I say, it's like it depends on what kind of fish. And there you go, finish. Sesame oil. Let's get a close up. So now all the flavor goes into the vegetable, all the flavor from the vegetable, the sauce. So this dish is a happy family, man. It's very delicious.
Too bad. This part is the best part when you pour it on the plate, yo. This is the part every show you gotta like, yo, look, I'm pouring it on the plate now. Arranging it. You gotta arrange it in the shape.
Oh man, it's amazing.